Burning Man. I was a bit skeptical as to what kind of depth I'd find behind such a massive party.
Burning Man is a totally different story. I mean, we are going into a desert. Like, by day 2, your skin looks like you've had it crack, and you gotta look like a roach exterminator if you even want to breathe properly.
A set orgy in the desert wasn't the first thing that came to mind on my quest for cultural significance behind the celebrations.
You know what it was like coming in, meeting the greeters was the first thing they did to you.
They successfully hugged me with their dicks hanging out.
Trying to get me naked.
Naked, yeah. Imagine being naked and getting sand all in your crotch. That would be horrible.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it'll tickle some people's fancy.
Maybe. It might.
But just because raging hippies don't rule the world, can 68,000 of them really be wrong?
This is a cultural experiment. And within the cultural experiment, we've decided to have parties and flamethrowers and music events. You could say there's a performance art festival. You could say there's like a yogic retreat going on. You could choose whatever experience you want here.
My doubts rapidly faded as I discovered this wasn't a celebration affected by culture. This place had its own culture. This place was its own city, with values based on communal effort and personal participation, and an economy that was centered around pure gifting, which meant that everything you found here was created by the very people that paid to attend, expecting nothing in return but your enjoyment.
What we're going to do is take your Saturday and add anything you think needs to your day.
Can we add some mischief to it too?
Oh, good Lord, yes. Let's go to some mischief, and there you go. You should...
Feeling mischievous already.
Excellent.
Whether it be a random bar in the desert or the hundreds of art installations people work all year to create.
That was something I was picking up on. If it wasn't for everyone here that makes this, there wouldn't be a Burning Man.
Yes. And your participation in making it happen, it's what makes people civically minded here.
And like any other city, I was also able to find a sacred retreat, a temple where the citizens of Black Rock can leave remembrances to the people they've lost. Even a troop of cops came to commemorate a loved one. But even here, there had to be some rules as time went by.
It's not the good old days where you could do whatever you wanted to, but if you want to make a piece of art, they make it a lot easier for you to do it now.
But besides the freedom of riding your car around, what other freedoms do you think have kind of...
Oh, you can't shoot guns anymore. There used to be people shooting off guns in various ways. And now we have this situation where it's very, very well organized. You know, this is the first year we've actually had a fully functioning hospital on the playa.
I found a people that lived by the mantra of leave no trace. What you bring in must come out. A place that values radical self-expression and radical self-reliance. After all, only the big boys and girls can survive partying this hard out in the middle of nowhere. But behind the 5-mile overdose of non-stop stimulus was really an ongoing project.
So what's your approach? How are we gonna...
I don't know how to approach this. I've never had this kind of situation.
You have a little conversation with him. He doesn't bite.
Are you gonna kiss him too?
What do you think, Jack?
A project designed to erode your barriers and tug your impulses until finally you welcome disorientation, surrender control, and learn to say fuck it. You see, I didn't just drive into a festival. I came to live in a city from your wildest imagination. A recess in the desert with toys from Krypton and playmates who are the rest of the world's outliers. The freaks, the sheer geniuses, all joining to create a place of endless possibilities.
Man is the fact that we can go anywhere, any direction you please at any moment, and you will have a totally different experience than had you just veered somewhere else.
It was like something someone dreamt up while on acid and Viagra after having watched a post-apocalyptic movie. This was happy functioning anarchy. This was what they meant by community. A community that comes together with everything they've got to be awed by all the emotions one encounters when creating something truly special. Free yourself of any kind of boundaries you've ever set for yourself in your life.
kind of come here and you learn that none of it matters, not here.
Neighbor! Never met him before in my life. That's what Burning Man is. I can go up to anybody and just say, I love you, Burner, and they're gonna love me back.
Here, it's like, I want to be of service to these people. They're so fucking wonderful and they're so joyous. I want to do, and the only require me is to be as much me as I can possibly handle.
Enjoy this wild, crazy, bizarre, beautiful place with beautiful art and beautiful people. Like, where do you see this but here?
Love you, Burner. Yeah, Burner. Love you, Burner. There's no anger here. It's just all free expression. Just let yourself be, let yourself go. Just go with it. Just feel the energy from everybody else. You can never go wrong.
Many will judge it without ever going. And many will go without ever really understanding it. But for a small moment in time, I felt what they were talking about. And damn, was it breathtaking.